In 2018, the year Meghan and Harry were married, the newlyweds went off on a royal tour of Australia, Fiji, Tonga, and New Zealand. While on this tour, on a scheduled walkabout, shaking hands and meeting all the people who were thrilled to come out to see the new royals, Meghan was overheard to complain that, quote, "I can't believe I'm not getting paid for this." There are several ways to break down that complaint. First of all, one could make the case that she was getting paid, or anyway was being very finely supported as she did work for the royal family. There was the £32 million wedding, most of it paid for by the British taxpayer. There was the gift of the grand and historic 5,000 square foot home in which to live, and the $2.4 million the taxpayer picked up to renovate it to Meghan's specifications. There was the $3.3 million Harry received each year from the sovereign grant to cover his and his wife's expenses as they went about royal duties. There was the estimated half to three-quarters of $1 million Meghan spent on clothing in 2018 alone. Meghan was not twisting in the wind trying to figure out where her next meal was coming from. More to the point, and perhaps it has to do with the simple fact that I grew up in the age of Diana, I fully understand the good the royal family can do when they spread their stardust around. I hearken back to Diana taking the hand of an AIDS patient back in the day when, for you younger folk, people were terrified of physical contact with someone suffering from this new, deadly disease, lest they contract it themselves. These days, one need look only to Princess Catherine's success in her early years initiative, Queen Camilla's to causes such as literacy and bringing attention to the tragedy of domestic violence, King Charles's regarding conservation, and Prince William's Earthshot Prize and plan to tackle the problem of homelessness, to get a small taste of the breadth of the portfolios the members of the royal family have embraced. The royal family can do all this good work because they have a platform, the platform of the royal family, from which to speak. But what current working members of the royal family know is that for all the credibility and glamour that comes, really automatically, with attaining that particular platform, glamour and credibility are not things one receives as a gift and then holds in one's hand. They have to be looked after, worked at. In the United States, a certain glamour and credibility come automatically with very few positions, but I suppose the presidency would be one of the few. If one looks after the role, even after his, or someday her, presidency has ended, say by building a presidential library, creating a foundation to inspire the next generation of leaders, working with student activists to encourage them to take their own crack at changing the world, writing a memoir, teaming up with his attorney general to lead a group fighting for voting rights and ballot access, as Barack Obama has done, then the stardust continues to swirl around the former president. If, on the other hand, one has no respect for the office they formerly held in the U.S. government and does things like, say, just as one small example, steal top-secret documents on his way out of office, glittering stardust falling upon one's shoulders quickly falls to the ground and accumulates as squishy turds underfoot. Meghan Markle made an unfortunate calculation. She did believe that credibility and glamour are things one holds in one's hand. She believed that once she married into the royal family, the stardust, not to mention the glamour and credibility, would continue to shower around her just because she existed. She would be the Duchess of Sussex, whether she looked after the duties that came with the position or shit all over them. What Meghan Markle didn't realize was that she was getting paid to walk about and shake hands and greet all the people who had been thrilled to come out to greet her and her new husband. But what she was earning was not a paycheck. It was stardust, and you can't put a dollar value on stardust. Stardust is one of the rarest commodities in the universe. It is priceless. Meghan could have taken that stardust and lavished it over any cause dear to her heart, and that cause would have been seen and heard and believed because of the credibility and glamour inherent in her new position. Save the debate about whether it's a healthy thing or not to bestow automatically such attributes on royalty in the 21st century. Netflix and Spotify at one time ponied up hundreds of millions of dollars, but not for her, not for Meghan. What they wanted wasn't her. It was her stardust. And she has squandered that. If you like what we're doing at The Authentic, consider giving this video a like, subscribing to the channel, and ringing the bell so you'll be notified when a new video makes its debut, and think about leaving a comment too. Thank you for watching.